Alright, bitches. Today we got ourselves a Melakilla hot off the presses situation here. We got ourselves a 2007 Cobalt, just the regular base model, 2.2 I think it is. Anyway, we put a motor in this thing and we were tracing down some check engine light issues. And these things are funky when it comes to if you jumper them. I had a dead battery, or actually I was trying to diagnose a no starting condition. This is my fault and I created this problem, so this is all my fault. Number one, you know, they always say disconnect the battery or be careful when you're jump starting things and all that kind of stuff. Well, I wasn't fucking careful apparently. Alright, positive post and then ground either up here or wherever. But you end up with a situation with power steering warning light. The vehicle starts and runs and idles, and you're also you're getting a code for lack of communication with the transmission control module, and you're also getting a code for on the dash for power steering thing isn't right, power steering service or something like that in your data right up in there. And a couple, I was also getting one for the throttle position, but that one might be a different code, so I don't know if that's related to this or not because I haven't gotten to that point yet. But more importantly, here is your first indicative key is vehicle speed miles per hour. Well, we should be going 0 because we know we're going 0 miles per hour. Now, this is I'm in the power steering control module data, okay? Now, that doesn't really matter to you, the average person sitting at home, about what the problem is. I'm going to get to that. But it thinks that the vehicle is going up to 75 miles an hour. 74 was usually where it peaked out at. But you're not going anywhere. You're just idling in your driveway. You look at the engine data and the transmission data, and it says you're going 0 miles an hour. The dash says you're going 0. Everything says you're going 0 except for the power steering computer. Well, why the hell is that? Well, where does it get its information from? It's getting its information from the transmission control module. Well, where's that? That is this little fella right here. Really, really simple. One little plug. Swing this out, unplugs, and you pull this back and you can lift this thing right out of here. What happens is when you jump start this car, you do something goofy to the transmission control module. Now, I don't know if you can just get a junkyard one and it works perfectly fine or not. I read some GM, there's a tech service bulletin about the issue, and the GM factory says they basically add an extra ground from the body of the vehicle to the body of the transmission control module, and guess what? Boom, I have 0 vehicle speed, idle's better. Now, I'm going to disconnect it and watch this number right here that says 0 right now, vehicle speed, start to go up. Okay, I disconnected it. Boom, 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 boom. But we're not going vehicle faster. Usually it tops out at 74 or so. Okay, I hook it back up and watch it start to drop again. Boom, boom, right on down. And down to 0. Now, why is this the case? I don't fucking know. What you need to do is add an extra ground to the body of this transmission control module. And now, doesn't matter where you ground it to. You might be able to ground it to the computer. I really wouldn't advise that. I'd either run a ground over to the block, or some people run a wire up. I'm probably going to do it to one of these stud bolts here, or somewhere in here. I'm going to add an extra ground to it. And suddenly I'm not getting check engine lights. Well, maybe I do have a check engine light. I don't know. I'm still concerned about the throttle sensor. So we're still checking that yet. So we believe we found that issue right there. Anyway, haven't gotten into codes menu, display codes, Yep, we're still getting the throttle position code. So that's usually associated with a dirty or bad throttle body. These things are pretty well known for all the GM things. Anyway, hope somebody learned something from all this, but you will be able to solve it. So when you get all of a sudden it says power steering service or something like that up here on the your little data display, that's what's probably the problem. All right, ground it out, and you might, I believe you actually have usually driving and running conditions as well. Like it just has no guts. It goes into like a safety mode. This is normally covered up by a little cover. This is an 07 model. Different years will have slightly different setups. Peace out, bitches. Hope somebody learned something.